Reporting live from the Gag-Order. We here, yo. We in here, yo.
Hello, this is Ali Major. Welcome to the Gag Order, a show about the pitfalls people in society face on a daily basis. This show is dedicated to inspire change and encourage growth through conversation. Knowledge is king. Here on the Gag Order, we believe the only way for us as a nation to unite is to talk about the issues affecting and plaguing this nation. And through conversation, we as a people can come to an understanding and prevent these issues from keeping us down. This show is sponsored by 7 Sun Entertainment. Find us for your next big project at 7sunentertainment.com. At this time, I would like to introduce my co-hosts, Tatman T, Jinx, and Tony.
What up?
What up, world? It's your boy Tatman T.
That's right. Hey, Tat, tell them where they can find you at.
Everywhere. I'm always there. You never there. But nah, at Tatman T on IG, on Facebook, on Xbox, TikTok. You name it. If it's social, I'm there. What's up, my brother? Peace and blessings.
All right then. So right now, Tony, I would like to ask you where can they find you at online?
Online, you find me on Facebook, Tony O'Manley, Instagram. I mean, I really ain't too much on that social media tag. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, but we gonna get you there. Oh, but we getting you there. You getting there. Anyways, Jinx, I know you're not a big social media person, but at least give me one link. So give me one link so I can put people on to you because you got something special.
Y'all come see me on Mama Bear No Care on Instagram. For now.
Mama Bear Don't Care. I like that. I keep saying I like that.
You see, you messing it up. It's Mama Bear No Care.
Oh, no care. Excuse me. Oh, correct me. I like being corrected. All right, then. Well, tonight I would like to ask y'all first how y'all feeling.
I'm doing all right, going through some life shit, but doing my best to keep my chin up,
All right. T, how about you?
Like $1 million. I don't like to look like what I'm going through, so this smile gonna be there always.
Absolutely. Tony, how you feeling tonight, man?
Feel blessed, man. Can't complain,
Okay, sure indeed. You woke up, you're breathing, you're smiling. I see you, bro. You look good. You look good there. Well, my first thing is I'm gonna tell you tonight is about self-care. All right, tonight is about self-care. We're going to talk about depression. We're going to talk about a little bit about stress, and we're going to see if we can discuss ways on how to handle those or how we handle those as people.
And stress is a silent killer in the Black community.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I would like to start with Tat. Talk about your day, man. Have you had a stressful week? How is stress living in your life right now?
I mean, well, to be honest, yo, I don't think most people could walk a mile in my shoes. So I live with stress every day. Every single solitary day. And like I said, y'all see this smile on my face, it's going to stay there because I can't let that shit get me. But to piggyback off what my brother said earlier, stress being the silent killer in our community, I can't preach that enough. I've been telling people that since I started having kids. And what made me understand that wholeheartedly was researching and realizing that stress kills fetuses. A stressed mother that's newly pregnant, first and third trimester to be exact, them two right there, first and third trimester, if they under a extreme amount of stress, they can lose that baby, yo. That can be a miscarriage. So if stress can do that to an unborn child, Think about what it's doing to you every day.
Got you. Do me a favor, Tony.
Yo.
You got a TV in your background?
No.
All right, T, you got a TV in your background? All right, I think so. All right, that's a bet. That's the reason why I did the. That's the reason why I did the I did the mute thing right there. All right, got you. Peace. All right, Tony. Let me get how your week. Let me get how your week and how stress has played a part into your week.
Man, stress. My only stress comes from my job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
nigga, it's like, since this little racial thing been coming out and about, it's like different people on the job starting to show their true colors. It's like that's real stressful. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's hard to work in an environment when there's no peace. You feel me?
Okay, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. Right now, I want to stay on stress, and I want to see how stress plays a part. I get it. But we're gonna get to the other part. You was just talking about how others bring stressful situations into your midst, and that right there defines your day, or that defines you carry that. But you're carrying that though. They're bringing that energy, but you're carrying that, brother. You can let that shit reflect right off of you, but yet and still you accept to let it grow inside you.
No. That's the point. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me reflecting on it, it's stressful to hold my composure. You know what I'm saying? It's stressful to keep my peace.
Is it? You should be at more peace because you aren't being pushed by that bullshit. That bullshit don't affect you, so it should make you feel stronger than them, and you should laugh at their ass. Because for real, who the fuck are they? What do they matter? What do they matter?
The stress comes in on, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Once they do something and you don't feed into it, you know what I'm saying? You don't be the nigga like they want you to be. You know what I'm saying? They keep jigging. That's stressful, dog. It's aggravating. You know what I'm saying?
It is aggravating. I agree with you. And it's hard. It's hard to keep pushing during that, right? And you're right. It is a lot of stress to keep pushing through that. But at the same time, don't give them that pleasure to know that they affecting you.
Never,
but they do by your aura that you carry.
Yeah, you asked me a question, so
yeah.
You, but when they see me, they see a smile. Like, what we doing next? You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
that's what you're doing. So they don't see what you're telling me.
They don't see
okay.
it.
He got to internalize all that shit, and then at the end of the day, that's
right.
Negative energy.
Yeah, but he's still carrying. But he's still carrying that the same way he let it off with a smile. He got to let that go. Now, let me ask you a question, Tony. You believe in you believe in God, right? You believe in religion, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then I heard you say it before, so I'm going to ask you, right? They say let go and give what?
Give it to God.
All right, then. So let that shit go. Let's get back on to stress. All right. Anyways, Jinx, how has stress played a part in your week?
Like I have some medical situations going on right now, and that's weighing on me heavy, real heavy. Like I kind of been in a similar situation before, and it was like my mindset was prepared for death, and I'm trying to like real hard not to let the stress of life get me back to that mindset, get me back to that point. You know, it's been a struggle since the biopsy. It's been a real struggle.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the pains that you're going through, not only physically but mentally, because that is something that can
worse. The mentally definitely far worse, because it's got the ability, like it really makes me exercise the shit out my mind, because I gotta stay strong enough to, if I'm going left, if I'm going a little too far right, if I'm going all over the place, like I gotta really pull myself back some days. It's hard. It's really hard.
I agree, and I'm not in your situation, so I can't say I fully understand.
But it's anybody going through that level of stress. Like,
I get the severity
I can empathize. I can empathize with that for real.
So what about you, big dog? What's your level of stress this week?
My level of stress, Tony, is stress every day. See, you guys got to understand that I haven't been right since I came out of prison. So every day is stressful for me, and I go through mood swings like crazy. Y'all really gotta understand. It's hard for me to even sleep at night. At nighttime, I gotta feed my demons because I can't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? The littlest noise be waking me up, and it don't matter what time I go to sleep. A little cricket can get me up, and I'm ready. So it's like, my life is on edge, man. When I see police passing me, I'm on edge, man. When I see niggas do goofy shit, I'm on edge. You understand? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really on edge, and I'm itchy with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know what to expect, but I expect something. So I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I walk around, I got earrings, I got chains on. I don't really care. But yet and still, listen. In the back of my mind, I'm paranoid as hell. So it's like, okay, and that's my week, Tony. That's mine.
So imagine, you know what I'm saying? I've been in prison too, and you know what I'm saying? I've been like a little animal in that bit. You feel me? So imagine coming from doing that in life, and then now you're trying to do something positive, but the devil is trying to provoke you.
Still right there poking at you.
Because you're trying to do something positive.
That's right.
That's very stressful. That's very stressful. You know what I'm saying?
It is stressful, and I deal with the same stresses you guys deal with, and you guys might deal with a little more. It don't matter really, because the stress is stress. Stress is stress, no matter how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a fact of life that we, as people, have to go through all these turns and ups and downs and hardships in our lives, when truthfully, it shouldn't be this hard. I'm saying it shouldn't be this hard.
So, like, what was your most depressionist moment?
What you say? What you mean?
Your most depressed moment.
I'm gonna tell you what happened in Sin City. I was in Sin City in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was inside my apartment. And I was about to blow my brains out, man. I had my gun, and T know that gun. It was a gold little it was a gold Nah, it wasn't no revolver. That shit was it was a Desert Storm. It was a Desert Storm 40. Was it a 45 T? It was like a Desert Storm.
Yeah, it was a big gun. It was like 45 caliber.
Yeah, it was like a 40. Yeah, and it was from Desert Storm. It was so light and so beautiful, Tony. But yet and still, I was so sad inside, man, because I had nothing. I couldn't get where I wanted. I've been chasing this music shit, and I've been chasing it for so long, man, and it just felt like it was going nowhere, and I was going nowhere, and I was tired of life, and I was tired of what the fuck was going on. So I was in the bathroom in Sin City, and none of y'all knew that shit at the time that it was going on. But I was in the bathroom crying my motherfucking eyes out because I was about to pull this trigger and end this shit. That is the worst depressive moment.
I'm very glad you didn't do it.
We wouldn't be here today, yo. Let me ask you something though, yo.
Yeah, what you got?
Do you think, in hindsight, right? Do you think that could have been like kind of like a side effect from keeping up with the Joneses, if you will?
See, man, I always been chasing money, man. I never really been broke, but I never been rich at the same time. So it's like I starved some days. Some days I ain't have it, but other days I had it. So it's like you just go through that. You just go through that motion, man.
But see, that goes back to my thought on like how you categorize wealth. You know what I'm saying? You keep talking about chasing numbers.
I'm not talking about wealth. I'm not talking about wealth I could do nothing with, man. Listen, if I can't take it to the store and spend it, then what the fuck am I chasing so hard for it for?
That's a good question. You should probably redirect that inside. Why are you chasing it so hard?
Nah,
It's gonna
that's
come
because
regardless.
I want the one I can go into the store with. It's not rich. I can't call myself rich and poor. I'm poor as fuck, eating a can of beans on a box, man. Come on, I'm not trying to do that shit, man. Nah, fuck that.
I
So I
feel
need the
you.
bread.
But it's people that ain't even had the beans to eat off the box.
I'm not trying to do it, man. That's why I spent so much time in prison, because I'm not trying to do that, man. I'll do anything to get I'm sorry. I need to eat.
You gonna eat. Food gonna come to
I'm
you
learning
because
that
you're doing
now.
good.
I know that now.
Yeah, that's why I said
But
hindsight.
tell myself that before, when I wasn't thinking, and it just I ain't
Right.
care. Tell myself when I
The
ain't care.
point. The point was now in hindsight, because hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah.
So you prove my point. You know what I'm saying? The wealth, the health before wealth, because health is wealth, right?
Yeah, I get you.
So now looking back on that moment, could that have been a side effect of trying to keep up with the Joneses? Because you looking chasing them numbers, and numbers are infinite. You chase numbers, you ain't never gonna stop.
I'm never gonna stop. I never stop. Anyways, Tony, question back to you. What was your lowest moment?
Man, my lowest moment was like it all built up from when I first got to prison. Like, and it's crazy. I probably should play these numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because 7 days in, my big brother died. You know what I'm saying? That same year, I lost 2 cousins, 2 aunties, and then like 7 days before I got released, nigga, my mama died. That was my lowest moment.
R.I.P. Mama Lois.
Yeah, I remember. I was in prison during that time, but I remember hearing about that in prison when that
I
happened.
broke down, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to give up. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I was 7 days coming out.
And I'm glad you didn't too.
And nigga, I was finna goddamn do some shit to get me like another 30, you know what I'm saying? In less than 2 minutes, you feel me? Like out of anger and rage, you know what I'm saying? Depressed, hurt, you feel me? And like it still bothers to this day. Like
Jinx, I
birthdays,
did this. I
holidays.
did this, and I asked this. I don't mean to cut you off, Tony. Jinx, I did this, and I asked this just to let you know you're not alone. We go through low moments. We feel
I
bad.
know.
All right then.
No, yeah, I
Some days,
appreciate
nigga, I
that.
just
So,
walk outside and want to scream,
like,
nigga, like to the top of my lungs, nigga, like you know what I'm saying? Like
I did, Tony.
real,
I
nigga.
did. I go through the moments when I
I
can't
do
do
it
nothing. I
now,
just gotta
nigga.
scream. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about
Yeah,
now.
nigga.
I'm talking about now.
yeah, I be doing the scream shit sometimes too. Hell yeah.
All right. So first up.
Sometimes you gotta scream, yo.
I'm
Gotta
gonna
let it
play a
out.
video. I'm gonna play a video, and we're gonna watch a little bit about depression first.
All right, I'm gonna mute up.
Depression is a disorder that afflicts over 10% of the world's population, but we as a society know little about it. Stereotypes tell us that depressed people are weak, unless they happen to be a cultured artist. It can be difficult to understand depression because it's invisible. It's a disorder defined by thoughts, behaviors, and feelings, rather than obvious symptoms like vomiting, rashes, or fever. Those who have experienced depression are all too familiar with comments from misguided friends such as snap out of it or just get up and do something. Even those with depression might have a hard time understanding what they are experiencing, and they often blame themselves for not being able to snap out of it. To understand what depression really is, we need to talk about symptoms. First of all, depression has symptoms related to how someone feels. These symptoms include nearly constant feelings of sadness, anger, guilt, or hopelessness. Next, there are symptoms related to behavior. They include social withdrawal, a lack of energy, low motivation, poor concentration, sleep problems, or significant changes in appetite. Finally, symptoms related to thoughts include poor self-esteem, thoughts of suicide, and loss of interest in regular activities. Symptoms of depression must last at least 1 week, and they are often cyclical. This means that the symptoms can come and go over a period of months or years. A person who experiences depression once is likely to have future episodes. It can be difficult to think of these thoughts, feelings, and behaviors as symptoms. To many of us, because they are in our head, they can seem like decisions. It can seem like someone who is depressed has chosen to be lazy and sleep all day, or they have decided to stop spending time with friends because they have a bad attitude. But remember, what's in our head isn't imaginary. Our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by a complex series of chemicals in our brains. The exact causes of depression are poorly understood, but we have an idea of factors that influence the illness. We know that changes to hormones in the brain, called neurotransmitters, can have a major effect on depression. Many medications used in the treatment of depression work by increasing the levels of these neurotransmitters. We also know that genetics play an important role in depression. People who have a family history of depression are more likely to experience the disorder. Just because your parents had depression doesn't mean you necessarily will, but the chances are greater. Finally, we know that environmental factors play a role in depression. Living in poverty, experiencing a traumatic event, or other stressful situations may trigger the disorder. That being said, depression does not always have a trigger, which often leads to a person not understanding they feel so down. Treatment for depression usually includes psychotherapy and medication. Either can work on its own, but a combination of both medication and therapy has been found most effective. In summary, depression is a disorder but poorly understood. The symptoms can negatively affect a person's thoughts and behavior to a debilitating degree. However, the medication or a combination of the two can help to manage and eliminate the symptoms.
All right. So I got a question for you guys. What do you guys think about what you guys just read? Do you think it's bullshit, or are you in agreement with it?
No,
I agree.
Hold up. Let me get T first. Tony, hold up.
I agree with that. A whole lot I agree with, because it's true. Like, these are symptoms of sickness that have for so long, for decades, gone unnoticed or gone untalked about, untreated, or people get thrown in jail for these things, never to be treated, just to find out years later these people needed, treatment, like from a doctor, from a psychologist, from a clinician, somebody like that could actually treat what they're going through. And maybe, just maybe, that person could have been the person that changed the lives of us all. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they were mistreated. They were thrown in the can with the wolves, like many of you guys have been. You know what I'm saying? And it got worse from there. So, hell yeah, I agree. I agree with that shit all the way through.
Okay, now Tony, let me get that. What was you about to say?
I was about to say, if I'd have seen this shit when I was a kid, I'd probably going through what I'm going through now.
Okay.
For real, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I can honestly believe that, like the situation I was watching what my mom's going through, and, you know what I'm saying? I was impressed about it, but I did something, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It forced my hand.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Yep. Jinx, let me know. Talk to me.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I agree with it 100%. I know firsthand that it's real. Like, I've been there off and on throughout the years, definitely. Like, a majority of it was all, like they say, environmental, situational, whatever. Like, life has handed me some crazy shit, and it's really taken a lot to get me where I'm at right now.
Understandable. I respect it. I definitely do. Okay.
What was your review, bro?
My review, I'm all the way with helping people. I'm gonna let y'all know that for real. Now I'm on a different level than I ever was before, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I feel like I'm no longer a part of the matrix. I feel like I took the green pill, and I'm all the way for it. I'm all the way for helping people. I'm all the way for seeing if people can be helped, or what they need in their life to make their life beautiful. Because like I told you guys, I'm so tired of walking around with this cloud over top of me, man. This cloud gotta go.
Charlie Brown, nigga. That you the nigga Charlie Brown with the cloud and the raindrops and shit with your blankie.
Yeah, man.
That's you, nigga.
No
That's
matter,
me too,
life is through some amazing curveballs at me and like Jinx and you and
all
Tony.
of us.
Life is throwing some amazing curveballs. And,
like people think of curveballs like this, right? Our curveballs was like woof, 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 woof. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy.
My curveball
like Looney Tunes curveball, nigga.
Shit.
So how do you guys deal with depression when it comes towards you? When you guys get in your depressive moments, how do you guys handle those?
Like over the years, it's changed. Like back in the day, I would most of the time just drink, and that would give me more shit. And yeah. But as I got older, like I went through bouts when I was younger. I tried different kinds of medication and shit. I don't do all that medication shit no more. I'm not with all that. Like I'll find some natural shit to help me balance whatever I need to do. But some people do need both. Some people need somebody to talk to, and that's it. Like some people legit don't have that. So for me, like I found that off and on throughout the years, just having somebody to talk to was helpful. And now I'm at the point in my life where I legit got a therapist. I got a therapist. I've been rocking.
I'm gonna agree. I got one too. Don't worry about it.
I've been rocking with Shorty.
Got one. I don't have a regular one, but
I got a regular one, and I like her. I like
one
her a
you
lot.
like, if you could vibe with. That's everything. I'm telling you.
The one I had, I ain't like, so I ain't got one.
I got you.
Yeah.
It kind of helps me think about my own things and figure things out for myself. It's not like they're there to tell you what to do. It's more
they
of
got
helping
you on
you
your way
think
to
about
self-realization.
things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I appreciate it, because it helps me think about things and helps me reevaluate a situation. That right there is what I like the most about it.
I wish you'd have had that therapist like 10 years ago, nigga. God damn.
Yeah. I wish I had that therapist 10 years ago. Life would be so different for so many motherfuckers.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Tony,
what do you got, T? What you got?
Well, no, I was gonna say because I wanted to answer that question too, but I was gonna wait and go last.
Then. All right. No. Don't push that off on Tony. Get your ass on in here.
I'm gonna go, nigga. I'm gonna
Let's go. Let me hear it.
So you asked the question, if I remember correctly, what do you guys do when it comes to your depressive moments?
That's right.
And I would have to say I've done different things at different times in my life. So going back to when I was teenager, adolescent ages, I just did whatever the fuck came to mind. I do now ask questions about it later. Like, fuck it. It is what it is. And then after having kids, my mind changed. Now I got to worry about somebody for real. Like, this is a part of me. So my thinking became different. I didn't know how to deal with this depressive shit. So I self-medicated. I still do to this day. I ain't gonna lie. I self-medicate like a mother. So I be self-medicating, you know what I'm saying? And now, the most recent thing I've done to deal with depressive states, aside from when I get really depressed, I self-medicate. I play my video game. I play chess, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But I read this book, and it's called The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. Got a minute, read it. It's a great book. But the book talked about things that I've held on to since I read it. Because I'm going to be the first to tell you, I'm not a person that likes to read books. I don't like that shit. If it wasn't about something I was interested in, then fuck it. So somebody actually gave me this book and was like, hey, you should read this. I read it. And one of the things I took away from it was he talks about the thoughts that we have in like channels, like TV channels, right? So there's channel N for the negative shit, and then there's channel P for the positive shit. And believe it or not, even do the research on your own, but mostly everybody is in tune with channel N all day long. all day long, right?
It's a fact.
And the challenge is to look for channel P all the time. No matter what the situation is, if you can find this much positivity in it and hold on to it, 9 times out of 10, it's way easier to, like we said earlier, let go and let God. You feel me? Because channel N is too easy to go into. And like I was telling my little homeboy, my little brother the other day, he was like, why people be doing fuck nigga shit? I'm like, because it's easy. It's easy to be a fuck nigga. And don't nobody like doing what's hard. It's harder to be positive.
You gotta hold on.
The smallest ones to the biggest ones.
You can't look at the negative. You gotta hold on to the wins, because you don't get many wins in this world. So you gotta hold on to them wins, and the more wins you get, the better it go. But
stay positive.
Tony, let me get with how you deal with stress.
Man, like, we want to talk about the old days. Hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Back in the day, hurt people, dog. I was hurt, so I went around hurting other people. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's like, self-medication. You know what I'm saying? I go to the moon with Alice, I give me a little drink or two, but, it's like, I don't know. I just sit around and I really just try to think about the positive thing from every point of view, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if, I go outside and I got a fresh pair of J's on, I step with a fresh pair of dog shit, nigga, I don't get mad. I just go wash that shit off my shoe with a smile, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna get kind of tight. I'm gonna get kind of mad.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just a thought of it. You understand that it's just an understanding of, you know what I'm saying? It's all a test. Everything is a test. You know what I'm saying? The devil's gonna be busy. You know what I'm saying? And am I gonna give in to his work, or am I gonna ignore him? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
And to piggyback off of my big brother Tony, what we perceive as a negative situation isn't always a negative situation. A lot of times that's a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't speak on that example about my J's because I don't know how I feel. Like it depends on the day. It depends on the day. Did I just get these J's? This is my first time wearing these shits. Like,
first
you know what I'm saying? Woo! First quarter. Hey. That's a situation that's really hard to see the positive in, but you gotta find it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the positive. Hold on.
The positive in what?
The positive view of it is, bro, you didn't lose your life. You know what I'm saying? You can always go buy another pair of J's, bro. It ain't
okay. But I did that to me. I'm not gonna take my life over my fault.
400 on them J's, nigga. I'm mad. Bro. I got shit on my fucking J's.
You spun dead.
It just is what it is.
You didn't die for it.
I didn't die for it, but I still got shit on my damn J's, and I'm kind of.
But tight. You can't. I mean, to spin off of Tony, you can clean it off. I guess. I guess we gotta find a positive, right?
That's right. Find silver linings.
I want to say that depression is deep. Some people
we drink the recycled water.
Yeah. I get it. I get it. You clean shoes off. Yeah, we ain't got to talk about the shoes. We ain't got to talk about shoes for 5 minutes.
I'm talking about recycled water.
Recycled water. You regurgitating that shit? Anyways,
we all us drinking recycled water. You know what I'm saying? Whether y'all know it or not.
Anyways, like I was saying, I want to get into this fact that people use different ways for dealing with stress. There's many different ways to deal with stress. From there's a million negative ways to deal with stress. Some people are addicted to sex, and they deal with stress that way. Some people are addicted to drugs. They deal with stress that way. You see what I'm saying? Some people are addicted to taking advantage of people, and they get their kicks off that way. You understand? So
don't forget the workaholics.
Yeah, I understand the workaholics. There's a million of them. I can't express how many there are, but yet and still, we as a people have to understand what negative traits we have, and we have to diffuse those negative traits. one by one and piece by piece. Nothing happens in a day. They didn't build Rome in a day, and you can't fix your own problems in a day.
Everybody do yoga.
Just Vogue. Just Vogue.
Yeah, just
Call it out,
Vogue,
just
you know
Vogue.
what I'm
That's
saying?
it. Just
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere. Hey, do the mighty lion stretch.
Start breakdancing. You
Okay.
know what I'm
So, have you guys heard of PTSD?
yes, nigga. I have
Do you
it.
know
Post-traumatic
what
stress
do you
disorder.
know what PTSD is?
I supposedly have it.
I do too.
I do too.
Oh, Al, we know you got it. Noise, all that.
So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through this and we're gonna go and see exactly what they say about this.
Have you or someone you love ever been in a tornado or car accident, experienced sexual or physical abuse, served in a war zone? Most people have been through some kind of life-threatening or traumatic event, and it's common to have stress-related reactions after a trauma. But when symptoms last more than 3 months and they're not getting better, it's time to get help. Meet Sam. He recently returned from serving in Iraq. For many people, being in a crowded place like a baseball stadium or busy grocery store feels comfortable, but not for Sam. What should be a nice night out, taking his wife Tara to a restaurant, isn't fun for him anymore. He can only handle it if he sits with his back to the wall where he has a good view of the exits, and even then, he's too on edge to really enjoy it. At home, things aren't the way they used to be either. His sleep is restless at best, and some nights Tara isn't sure if Sam comes to bed at all. Sam seems to have a short fuse these days, and sometimes he snaps at Tara over tiny misunderstandings. What he and Tara never talk about is the trauma he experienced when he was deployed. He's never mentioned the guilt, the weight he carries around, wishing he could have done more to prevent what happened. Instead, he's turned inward, pulling away from family and friends. Tara tried to give him some space, but after months passing without change, she really started to worry. She was the one to finally say what they were both thinking. It's time to get help. That's when Sam finally decided to take action. He reached out to a doctor who told him about PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Sam's symptoms were getting in the way of enjoying his life. Re-experiencing, hyperarousal, feeling worse about yourself or the world, and avoidance are the 4 types of symptoms people with PTSD have. Sam's doctor explained each. The first is reliving the event, or re-experiencing. This is often an unwanted memory or even a flashback where you feel like you're right back in the situation again. Seeing, hearing, or even smelling something that reminds you of the trauma can trigger these. Nightmares where you relive parts of the event in your sleep are common too. The second is avoidance, staying away from situations that remind you of the trauma. That's why Sam tries to avoid thinking about painful memories altogether. He pours himself into his work or uses alcohol to keep his mind from going back to the trauma. The third is feeling worse about yourself or the world since the trauma. You might feel overwhelming guilt, like Sam, or not trust anyone. You just might not be able to feel happy, even when you are around people you love. The fourth type of symptom is sudden rushes of anger, irritability, feeling jittery, always on alert, always on the lookout for danger. This is called hyperarousal, and loud noises or a driver cutting in front of you can be all it takes to set you off. If you recognize any of these symptoms of PTSD in yourself or someone you love, don't wait. See your doctor to find out if it could be PTSD. Just like Sam and Tara found, there is hope. You don't have to live with the symptoms of PTSD forever. Effective treatments are available. To learn more about PTSD or how to get help, visit the National Center for...
All right. Okay.
I know I have it.
Thoughts? Anybody?
Hyperarousal.
I have arousal.
Wait a minute. Wait.
That's what she said.
Pause,
Is that what
nigga.
you said?
Pause, nigga.
I have a hyperarousal symptom.
Yeah, no, I on real talk though, hyperarousal is probably the one that gets me as well. Like being in the military and all the shit that we went through from doing that or whatever. Then military to the streets, it's like same damn thing. It's just a different war zone. You feel me?
You don't have to be with Uncle Sam to be a soldier.
at all.
Facts.
I know
Big
plenty
facts.
of soldiers that ain't
Big
even been with Uncle Sam.
Big facts.
Them colors still ain't running. You feel me? Like
you don't need colors neither. You can be a soldier by yourself.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I said that because when I was in the army, one of the things that they used to say is these colors don't run. You're talking about our flag.
Okay,
You feel me?
gotcha.
So these colors don't run, and in the streets, them colors don't run either. Like soldiers are soldiers. You feel me?
I get it.
I just feel like we always meant to run with people that we'll all have a twin. You feel me? I came out. My mama was alone on my birthday.
Yeah,
Born alone, die alone.
I don't want to go to war for somebody else's nonsense.
I stand on my team, right? I stand on my team.
Jinx, what do you feel? What do you feel?
Yeah, it's real. It's real for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people don't even realize that it's what they going through, or why they even going through it. Like,
that's correct.
You know what I mean?
That's correct.
I know why they believe that I have it, why I believe that I have it.
Okay.
There are people out there who don't even realize they have it.
True.
Or why they have it.
True.
That's a fact.
Which symptom do you suffer with the most out of the ones that they said?
Like, yeah, I can't be around crowds no more. Like, I can't do it. I can't do big crowds. I hate being in the supermarket. Oh my God, let me hurry up, get what I need and get the fuck out. I don't want to be out shopping. I don't want to be out. Like, every once in a while, I try to go out to the club, but I still find myself like out in the back corner, like watching everybody, like then holding the wall up. Like, come on now. I don't want to be in the middle of nothing. I don't want no spotlight on me. I don't want nobody looking at me, talking to me. Like, just let me do my
them
be out.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like,
I got
similar to that.
What do you got?
Go ahead.
What do you got now?
I was gonna say, I was going to pick my daughter up from a situation the other day, and on the way there, they was having a block party, and I had two different emotions, like crazy, like. The one emotion from when I was younger, like, yeah, I want to be here. And then as I'm older, I don't like Jinx. I don't do clubs and crowds and shit like that no more. So that other emotion kicked in real fast. Like, nope, too many people, bunch of young people, police out here. And this is Duval County. Everybody got a gun. I ain't trying to put myself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, nah, man, I can't do it. So, yeah, avoidance, I'm there too. Hyperarousal, avoidance, triggers, all that shit.
Okay. Like I was saying, I'm kind of all of those. I'm finding out that I'm pretty high up on. If they got a number scale, I'm probably high up on that number scale. Even though I differ from y'all, I really wanna. See that scene that T was just talking about where everybody at and everybody's having fun. See, I want that. I still want. I've always liked doing that, and I don't give a fuck if everybody got a gun because I probably got one too. But yet and still, that is bad. It's bad when you try it and then you're away from everybody and you're in the corner trying to just watch the scene and then the slightest thing will make you just go left with it. It's like it's not a good place to be in. I've been in that situation a couple times.
Now when I see or feel a situation, I don't even go left with it. I just be out. I'm out.
Now see, I still got to get out. And therefore, I got to pass through all these people and all these personalities. So, you should
have mapped out another exit, homie. You're in the wrong place.
It just becomes a little
trying. Hey, I'm with you, Jinx. I'm back on the wall, nigga. I see these exits. I know I got that one over there.
I know where the exits is at. I know where they at.
I'm back into a wall. I'm fighting my way out. You feel me? Like, it's gotta happen that way.
I get it.
I feel my brother, nigga. I'm just going through the crowd, nigga. That's my exit, nigga. Through y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Tony. Usually in clubs, that's the way it goes. If you go to the back of the club or if you in VIP or whatever, you ain't at the front door. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm used to. So when I talk about clubs, I'm talking about that right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually deep inside the goddamn club. So therefore, I gotta walk all the way to the damn front. And there I'm already feeling some kind of way. I don't like niggas walking behind me no more. You know what I'm saying? If somebody brush across me and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's just a whole different thing that I don't want to deal with. So therefore, you know, I kind of guard up. I kind of guard up on them situations.
Yeah, my PSG is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Around crowds, nigga, I can't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm on alert. Like, I'm always expecting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on it. I know it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like a fucking dog on full of sugar.
Speaking of that, Tony just said it. Look, I'm gonna ask y'all. I think of the negativity first, and then I think of the positive, because then if the negativity happens, I'm not affected the way that it would if I swore up and down I had it. It's mine, and then it gets snatched from your hand, and then you're like, you know what I'm saying? Then you're mad. So, what do you guys think about what I just stated about the thought process?
I think we all think like that. At least us four in this panel, I can say that we all definitely think like that because of all the situations that we've been through. You know, like all three of y'all have been in the box and up the road. You feel me? Like I've had these situations too, where I've had so much negative shit happen to me in my life that it's easier for me to think that it's gonna happen and it not happen, and I be expecting it. I can deal with it better. But if I'm not expecting it at all, and I'm supposed to be in a place where I'm surrounded by love and family, and this ain't supposed to go down here, and it goes down here, that's a whole...
I'm gonna blow a gasket. I'm gonna go so far gone that you might wish that never happened.
Now I'm in survival mode. You feel me? Like surviving. Now I gotta survive this shit because I wasn't prepared for it, and now I'm reaching.
It's fight or
flight.
When I
was mad young, my grandfather taught me, you prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. That's all you can ever do in life.
That's right. That's what I try to do. But some people try to do the opposite effect and always think of the positive in situation. But then,
you know what I'm saying? It's better. It's good to do it like that, bro.
Is it?
But
is it though?
I'm a Libra.
Sometimes I think those type of folks live a happier life.
I mean,
I was about to say that,
live a happier life.
You're correct. Listen. I'm gonna say some real shit. Before I start thinking like that, bro, like y'all know, like y'all two know me. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I'm fucking lighting fucking fuse. You know what I'm saying? Chicken time bomb. Stay going. I'm exploding, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, bro. Now that I like, even with the shit I was talking about with my job, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm like self-elevation, what I always talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like me knowing in my mind I'm better than what you think of me. You know what I'm saying? So that gives me the power over what you thought of me. You feel me?
Now, what I was going to say to that point, would y'all say that that's a product of broken people? Like the shit that Jinx mentioned, that quote, I was told that shit too. You know,
my grandfather taught me that when I was little.
Right, hope for the best. Now, was your grandfather a man of stature?
Yeah.
Was he a man like high stature? Was he high in the community, or was he like the rest of us that came from people that've been trying to figure it out since been trying to figure it out? Because that's a quote that's in my life too.
He was pretty high up in the community. My grandfather worked hard. My grandfather was a good man. My grandfather worked for Colt. Like he was making guns back in the day.
Right.
I got a statement to your statement, T. I got a statement right quick, and I'm gonna tell you, people are not broken. Society's broken. The way that the laws that we have that was made in 1700s, they're broken in 2024 or 23. They're broken. They were
made by broken people too.
Yeah, I understand that. It was made to keep certain people down, but that's not how it should be today. But this society is broken.
Just like the classification of people, like that middle class, lower class, high class shit, right? Like that shit was all created to give people a sense of pride that they didn't have, right? And back then, when we were property, It gave people that were in the same boat as us a feeling of they were better than us because of these classes. So those laws are created by broken people. Yeah. And yeah, they may have been created to divide and all that bullshit. But, you know, to the other side, if I may play devil's advocate, you know, people who think in reverse of that thought process. Like Gene said, it looks like, and I'm not saying the grass is green on the other side, but it looks like they sometimes do have a better life.
So what's your excuse for today then? What's your excuse for today, how they still act like that? What's your excuse for today?
Nigga, it's still fucking broken. I'm not debating that. I'm debating the thought process.
Yeah, but that right there defines of that you're. Hold on, it came way before what you're talking about.
Right.
It's born in. That's bred in. I gotta say it's bred in because it came from hatred. Hatred gets born and passed to the next generation. Hatred does not stop. Hatred
started
only
somewhere though.
Yeah, I get it. I get it from jealousy, from envy, from all of that. You got to understand. Atlantis, Egypt, all of those places were beautiful, grand ass places. They were grand civilizations.
In those places too.
Yeah, they did. But guess what? They also had people who came from different places who didn't have that. You understand? Who didn't have what they had. And that's where the hatred came from.
But nah, the hatred was there before that. You just agreed that they had hatred in these beautiful places. They had hatred there too. It came from somewhere before that.
Beautiful places.
Egypt was beautiful.
They had hatred when it came from kings to untouchable or what do they call them, undesirables and things like that. That's where the hatred came from within a kingdom. It's like civil hatred that's in America. It's different.
The same type of society, jealousy, hating.
That's different from an alien race coming down here that you never seen before, and then like, nah, fuck that. We want all of this shit. That's different. It's a different type of hatred.
Take all of it because it's trash.
It's a different type.
I mean, they've been catching aliens, and they finally came out and told us about it.
Aliens, you're not getting the point. An alien could be somebody that looks just like you from a different place that don't believe in your religion. Somebody who don't conform to Christianity is an alien. So they're alien to people who believe in Christianity. They're aliens.
Yeah, that's an alien. Absolutely.
All right,
if you came from Europe to America, you're an alien.
The word alien is.
I'm not fucking. I ain't debating wordplay. This ain't about wordplay. I ain't on that. But I am on the fact that the hatred that you speak of, it didn't start with kings and undesirables. It started before that.
Okay, yeah, it did. Like it did. It started way before that in caveman times. The person who had the best cave on the top. I get it. Yeah, so Tony, you had something you wanted to bring up for this show. For the last part of this show, I want you to go ahead and talk about what you had to talk about. Let's go.
Preach, Tony.
Yeah, man, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, on both ends, you know, I feel like, you know, such things.
What are you talking about first? Let me know what you're talking about.
What I'm talking about is racism in the world, you know.
Okay. Keep going. Oh shit. Where you go? Oh, Bonnie, na.
my brother having technical difficulties.
Wait,
you know. I think I know.
Okay. All right. Well. I wanted to hear what he had to say, but unfortunately, I don't know. Let's see if he popped back up. I mean, since you know what he was about to say, carry on.
I think I know where he was going with that, you know, racism in the world and stuff. That's a topic I don't really like to talk about too much because that shit is innate. You know what I mean? It's here. It's something that we should not, at this day and age, still be going through, but we are. You feel me? It's not like it's not there. And it's a part of what you said earlier. Like, it's born in, it's taught. It's like not born in. Let me rephrase that because I don't believe people are born in hatred. I believe
you can be
people
born in a hateful ass family.
You can be born,
bred hateful
but that's taught. That is taught. That is not born. Like I can't say that a child, innocent to this world, fresh into this world, has hatred in their bones. I feel like
I can't say that either.
I feel like they're taught. They're taught that as they grow older from the things that they see around them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The way that the people that are already here are moving, and I don't agree with that shit. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up on several different levels. It's fucked up in several different classifications of people. Like it's too many positive stories out there where babies just love, no matter what you look like, no matter what you sound like, no matter what you can or can't do physically. They just love
that childlike innocence, that
right, unconditional.
love.
All right, hold up. Let Tony come back in. What you got to say, bro?
Man, this damn phone regular as fuck.
Don't worry about it. Let's go. Let me hear because I wanted to hear that.
And I want to talk about racism, you know what I'm saying, and how I feel like nigga don't got no color, you know what I'm talking about? Just because, you know, the true definition of a nigga is an ignorant individual who doesn't know any better. You know what I'm talking about? You can be white, black, Mexican, it don't matter. If you're an ignorant individual that don't know no better, then you's a real nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And I just feel like, you know, about the little incident that happened over the couple of days.
A couple of days ago?
The little Alabama brawl. You
okay.
know what I'm talking about?
Alabama brawl. Okay. Come on.
I feel like both ends is really showing how ignorant they really are. You know what I'm talking about? Because even when somebody comes at you, like, sure enough, you know, you can't sit right and watch somebody jump on one person. That's just wrong, you know what I'm saying? In any aspect, any color, any race, that's wrong. It shouldn't be happening. Somebody got to step in and save that person's life, because you really could kill that person, you know? And then for everybody to be trying to like take sides and say who's right, who's wrong, you know, I feel like that's just starting more confusion, man. That's what the social media want. They want to start conflict. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just they want us to get mad at one race and want other race to get mad at us.
Okay, well, since he fell off, but what I'm going to say is I'm going to say that
human race.
Yeah, we are. I was going to tell him he was wrong for separating Mexicans and blacks and all these. I believe that we are a people. We are not separated. They separated us for a reason, but people are so ignorant that they are so stuck in their little sorry culture that they want to separate themselves and feel better than thou or better than the next because they are lighter or darker or however it goes, man. I think that is a fight in society that needs to stop. We are a people, and I think we are hindering our growth as a nation, because if we educate everybody on this planet, then all of us have a part to play in contribution to this world. And some people undeniably would know, but they don't, because they did not educate themselves, that they do have something to give this world, because they may be the next inventor. They may go somewhere and somebody inspire them to make the next gyroscope or some crazy shit with a time warp to it. But yet still, they're not allowing us as people to progress in that way. So I just want to say, Tony, that I agree with you. People really need to think about their actions and think about, we all bleed and all of us live a certain amount of years and pass away. We all give our contribution to society. Yeah, we all got the same thing. We all got the same things in this world. So you're no different than them. Just because Abe Washington, or just because Nostradamus to them, they were smart. They were smart gentlemen. They were smart people. They had exceptional skills. But that does not mean that I can't offer this planet the same thing that they offered or more. Just because absolutely, and my mind may work a little different than theirs, but it still works all the same. So we've all got ideas. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, if we all come together, my bad, Jinx, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if we all come together and work together, no matter what the stereotype or race or racial slur, whatever the fuck it is that you want to see, if we all came together and put what you said, like Al, you think differently, If I know that you think differently than I think, and this person, Jinx, you think differently than I think, we come together on one specific topic, I feel like we could go further, which is the ideology that Nimrod had when he was trying to find heaven from earth, which is why God cursed everybody and changed the languages.
Truth be told, the only one that is really robbing us and have been robbing us for years is the government.
That's a fact. All of us, all races, it don't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
As a human,
I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming on the show. We're gonna
thank you all
next week.
Everybody.